Today we got Chevy Dude in the house with his #1 pro tip on how to buy a car gone wrong.
I'm gonna show you how easy it is to buy a new car in 2026 without using a broker.
Here's what's happening all across the country right now. An entire sector of the industry has popped up charging people $1,000 to go out and negotiate a car deal for them. And these brokers are selling you.
He's referring to Tommy from Delivrd. Tommy's not a broker. He's more of a car buying service. I've been in the business for a long time, and brokers usually get paid from the dealership. Tommy's offering a service to the consumer. So I don't know what he's talking about.
Two things. One, the process is too complicated to handle on your own. And the anxiety you feel about buying a car is a real problem only they can solve. I said, I can do better than that. I will find you your car. I will negotiate your deal. I will negotiate your trade-in. I will negotiate your financing.
Sounds like a Delivrd sales pitch there to me.
I literally will handle everything for you. Very first thing I'm gonna do is I wanna find the top salesperson.
That is the silliest thing I've ever heard, trying to find the #1 salesperson of a dealership. I have no idea what is his logic behind that, but we'll see.
And looked at all their salespeople in here, and I can't tell which one it is. It doesn't look like they are in any sort of order, but they have 27 salespeople here, so that's huge. So let's call them. I'll show you what I do.
Hello, I'm Jeff Weiler, and thank you for calling Jeff Weiler Honda of Coleraine. Kevin, how can I help you?
Kevin, what do you do there?
I'm in sales.
Oh, sweet. Hey, I
think I
figured I was gonna get a receptionist, but hey, who?
He thought a reception was gonna pick up, so you weren't ready if a salesperson picked up.
Who is the salesperson who's been there the longest?
I would say me. Doesn't matter if I've been there a month. I'm always say, oh, I've been here forever. And I would lie. I'm a car salesman. I'm going to say I've been there 5 years and whatever it is. I don't care. I want the sale. Why would I hand it off to someone else?
Probably have the most experience here.
How long you been there?
If you're going with, I've been here for 5 years, but I've also been in management and finance, and I've done a lot of things here. Any particular reason why you're asking?
Yeah, because I'm a dick and I want the #1 salesperson to answer the phone.
When I buy cars, I usually call and speak to the #1 salesperson because that usually gives me the best deal, and it gives me the least amount of time that I have invested in buying a car and whatnot. So so if you can help me by doing that, I would greatly appreciate it. If not, I'd like to talk to this top salesperson.
I just had the worst car buying experience ever. As you guys know, I just bought this awesome 2024 Audi RSQ8. But what I was really shocked at is how this dealer actually treated me.
Did you hear that?
But what I was really shocked at
is how this dealer actually treated me.
And I have gotten over 7,000 car deals under my belt. And out of those over 7,000 car deals, this one right here is the worst experience.
The worst experience.
Him up, I said, hey, listen, I want to work with the #1 car salesman that you guys have. I don't want somebody who's been there for a couple months, 6 months, 5+ years.
That's the pro tip, to ask for the #1 salesperson. That's the pro tip. All right?
And in your building working for Audi. Plus I have some credibility with that salesman that he knows what he's doing and that he's going to take care of me. But man, was I completely wrong.
Wait, so you're telling me your #1 pro tip was wrong?
Like I said earlier, I asked for the #1 salesperson. I wanted to work with the #1 person because I knew I was going to get treated the best. How's this work? How's this work? How's this work? Here's what I want to do. What happened is I gave them a $2,000 deposit on my credit card. I gave them the draft check, and then I wire transferred the last remaining balance that I was going to owe on the car. I told, hey, your car's here. I said, sweet, let me know when we can get it finished up. It's Saturday, right? Nothing on Monday. And so I hit them up late in the day on Monday, and they tell me, oh, we're gonna hold your vehicle until this draft check clears. I'm like, excuse me? That is not what we discussed. We'll say this too. I don't call and say, hey, I'm the Chevy Dude, blah, blah, blah. None of that BS. They did find out who I was. And I don't know if I gave them a hint on the conversation, but I didn't call up and say, hey, I'm the Chevy Dude. Did tell them I own a dealership. And I think that's how Chevy Dude thing came up. Because I got a phone call or a text message from the salesman. It's like, you're a famous guy. I'm like, I'm not famous, bro. I said to the manager.
How arrogant, he just sits back. I'm not famous, bro.
The finance manager, this isn't what our deal is. I said, this is not cool. I said, I think we need to renegotiate the price of the car. And I said, I need $5,000 off MSRP. And they immediately, this is the only thing crappy managers do. And
Guy's not a crappy manager. He's a smart manager.
In the car business, we'll just refund your money. We'll just cancel this car deal right now. I'm like, oh, this is where you're gonna go on my first objection of how you're treating me horrible.
Out of here. The real reason here.
Quickly found out that the RSQ8 is the absolute hardest vehicle to find in the United States right now.
That's why the manager was willing to give you back your money, draft check and wire, which you didn't wire right away. You waited the 10 days to wire the money. Instead of just sending it off, you being in the business know that dealers have to wait for these draft checks to clear. I mean, I would have made you wait too. I don't care who you are.
Absolutely insane to find these vehicles. They're all sold out to all the dealers out there.
Hear this, okay? This is the advice.
You need to treat customers with respect. I can go on a list and list and list of what's going on in this industry of how you, a dealer, is f***ing this company up. And as you, a dealer, is f***ing this company up.
And I want to ensure that you get the whole point about this video. It's not about me, it's about you. Because if someone like myself with 7,000 plus transactions in the car industry can get taken advantage of and have a bad
want to take advantage of, bro.
So can you.
He hasn't been taken advantage of. He's just doing that for content. What he alleges others are doing for content, he's doing it too. There was no content here. Dude, you bought a car. And it took a little longer because they waited for the check to clear. Because you know what? You owed a big balance. You had to wait for the check to clear. I'm sure you borrowed a lot of money, a big chunk. That check was huge. More than what you actually wired to them or were going to wire to them. Pretty sure that's why they were like, this is a lot of money for us to just send the car. I'm sure that the wire transfer was a lot smaller than the draft. Prove me wrong.
So can you. This car deal has done something that gives me a refresher, and that is, I said back in 2000, my third goal was to be a disruptor in this automotive industry.
That's what Tommy
and I want to be a
is, and
disruptor
you don't like it.
to the advantage of the consumers.
Okay, so what was that? It's gonna be a little bit shorter for you, but 3-minute phone call? How hard is it to buy a car?
Very. Delivered.